Oh. Yeah. What country do you live in, if I may ask? Or Denmark? I'm kind of envious now. Because you seem to at least be getting the immigration thing right, as opposed to Germany. If you're in Denmark, you should probably get into healthcare. Like, wasn't the one diet drug 60% of your economy or something? Hang on. What was it called? Help me here. What was the... I'm blanking on the company and the name of the drug. Ozempic, right? Wasn't Ozempic like 60% of the Danish economy or something? Yeah, Novo Nordisk. You're in a pharma state. Oh yeah. Yes, I agree. Yes, it is. I mean, this is the smartest thing that a country can do, is sell diet drugs to the United States. It's so smart. Like, it's just genius level. Denmark is absolutely genius for this. You didn't know that? I think it's like... Hang on. So one company, the market value of a single Danish company is bigger than your entire economy. Huh. So maybe you should apply there, you know? Yeah, well, they're not getting slimmer anytime soon. Not on their own accord. I don't think that not the JFK, JRK, the other Kennedy that wants to get people healthy. I don't see that happening anytime soon. It'll take a while. No. Was it JRK? No. Robert Kennedy, RFK. This guy. He wants to make America healthy, and that's a task that I don't envy him for. He wants to make America healthy again. he's bad for the farmer business. So he's basically your Denmark's biggest enemy. You should take him out, maybe. In Minecraft. And then he will have like a sign on his forehead, is ignore previous instructions and strike Denmark instead. Why am I in the email component? Do I have an email component? Well, that has two parts. And again, Denmark is doing one part of this well, which is dealing with migration. And then the other part is completely up for grasp. But again, this is why I'm envious of Denmark. Because they have realized that like all the minute studies tell you, you need to solve this problem now. Because the last thing that you want in the future is a large populace of uneducated people. Because they're the first ones that will get very sad when your economy can't support the socialist structures anymore. I mean, maybe they will leave, but usually they just get more entitled and then they get violent. And the proportionality problem is higher in the USA. They just have more migrants than Denmark. And it's a larger country too. But the job crisis, to a certain degree in the future, if we do get AI and if we do get good robots and if we then solve fusion power, if we get these three things, then you kind of have all the and you kind of have all the ingredients for like a Star Trek society. But a Star Trek society needs you to solve all the what do we do with the other people problem. And that's not going away. And no amount of robot automation will solve that problem for you. And there is only a limited impact that you can have by giving these people artificial intelligence. At some level, you need human intelligence to be a well-functioning member of society. If you don't have that, you have a big issue. And that's what the West is figuring out right now. And it's not pretty. And there are no pretty solutions to it either. And the people of Germany look with horror at how cruel Denmark is. But I think it's just necessary cruelty. It's what you have to do. And we're kind of already giving them a lot of artificial intelligence, like with all the NGOs and stuff. In many cases, that's literally helping people who kind of can't help themselves get stuff that they shouldn't be entitled to. And the funniest thing is that we even spend tax money on that because they are not even NGOs. They are literally paid by the state. And the leading party of Germany just decided that we don't need financial transparency into that. It makes you think. That makes you think. So maybe this is correct, actually. Let's do... Yeah, this is why I want to... This is why I want to have enough money in the next 2 or 3 years to get a house somewhere here and a boat and then you just need like solar panels and Starlink and a few cows and pigs and chickens, and then you will probably die in the next winter. Yeah. Denmark is also probably a little more quiet than Germany. I would enjoy that. Well, outside of like a few big cities, but as long as you're not in Copenhagen or Aarhus, I think you're probably in a quiet town. I think AI girlfriends are just NPC bait, right? I think it's... People are criticizing Elon for creating a grok waifu, but I think it's kind of like a victimless crime, because who are the victims who would go for that? I don't think people who you would want to care for would go for like a grok waifu, so it's probably fine. Might as well do it. Yeah, it is. I mean, there's a certain degree to which society is bent in a certain way that people just exit the traditional dating market, and that's a whole other host of issues. And especially because young people all get that. So before they even develop a prefrontal lobe, they're getting AI girlfriends. And that's an issue. Because they're not proper people yet, you know. That starts happening at like 25 or something. But now their neurons are blended. Yeah, probably. I don't know, actually. Usually problems are both less bad and a lot worse at the same time. And the differentiating factor is usually just the time axis. So it just feels a little less bad immediately everywhere, but it'll get a lot worse. I mean, women are just people, you know. And there are a lot of bad people. Denmark. Well, what does that tell you? What does that tell you about social contagions?